Hello everybody, this is Get Off Me Lucky Charms. I don't post very often, but when I do, guess I have a reason for it. Alright, this is going to be a video response to Piedmont 89, The Gun vs. the Knife. And I did watch the whole thing, and I have to say, from the standpoint of someone who actually carries a firearm for a living, your stance is completely wrong. I have the training. I trained how to fight with the knife, how to defend against the knife. I'm trained and more than proficient with my firearm, what I carry every day, not just at work, but off duty as well. And the first thing that we are taught is if there's somebody with a knife within 15, 20 yards, we need to make space. We need to get space between us because, and I know that you said that having both of the weapons out at the same time, it doesn't really ever happen like that. The big thing is somebody has a knife or they're going to come at you, it's going to be by surprise. If they're within, you said 6 yards, was it, or 3 yards, whatever it was, if they're within that and they pull their knife out before you even notice, or they're there and you do notice and they pull their knife out, they can cross that distance and stab you to death before you've even had a chance to clear your holster. It's not a game. It's not something to where, well, we're faster, I'm faster. No. We had this talk a lot, and they even gave examples, and if you Google it, you can see that people, officers have been taken down by knives. They cross the distance, and before the officer even has a chance to shoot, they take them down. Now, I also want to refute the thing which you said with the shotgun. A shotgun is a very bad weapon to have at close range, even if you're very proficient with it. You're saying that it's able to take down a buck, and it's called buckshot for a reason. Yes, but when you fire that shotgun at that close of a range, your spread is only going to be like, it's going to be like this. It doesn't spread out immediately. It takes a good distance for it to start to spread, and if somebody sidesteps even a little bit, they're not going to get hit. And now let's talk about your ammo. Now, yes, at that close of a range, it may not over-penetrate with whatever you're firing, but that doesn't also mean that it's going to expand. Especially when you're firing out of a shorter barrel, it's not going to expand like it's supposed to. Now, see, did you guys see that? Critical duty is what I carry. It's designed a little bit differently, but it's also made to penetrate barriers. So at close range, I have a greater chance of over-penetrating because, well, that's pretty much what it's designed to do, is to punch through a barrier and keep going to its target and stop the target. You can have all the bullets in the world, and they actually learned this from the, which war was it? It was the Indian, oh crap, I'll have to look this up in a little bit, but they were shooting, they went to the 38s, and the 38s were not stopping them. They were shooting them in the head. This is back in the 1900s. They're shooting them in the head, and these people, they were still coming at them because they were high on whatever they were on. So yes, bullet size does matter. I mean, in that case, but at the same time, if somebody's intent on doing something to you, you could fill their whole chest up with 30, 40 shots, and it may not stop them until after they've killed you. So do not rely on your firearm as your number one, only whatever, because you will lose. When you come up against a knife, and this is what it is, when you come up against a knife, you make distance. You distance yourself, because if they're close enough, even if they're not close enough, they can still kill you before you have a chance to get your gun out of your holster, get up on target, and fire. And I'm pretty quick at that, and I'm good at hitting my mark. I can clear my holster and have a shot broke off in under a second on target, but that person can still have crossed that gap and got me. Or even if I hit them and hit them and hit them, they can still, if they have the adrenaline or the movement or whatever, they can still get me. So it comes down to my training versus your training. I have training, and somebody with a knife is a formidable opponent, and I would not at all, just because I have a higher weapon than they do, say that, oh, well, I'll win every time, because that's your mistake, and that kind of thinking will get you killed.